first thing I need to do is get a canvas. Nice to start on some new paintings. Heading over to Carter Sexton on Laurel Canyon. Alright. Let's go! I'll do these two. Instead of coffee, we're buying canvases. Alright, so this is what I got. 2 fresh canvases, and I think I'm going to start with the smaller one. The Last of Us is just the best thing to have on in the background. Fresh canvas. Second thing I do is find a reference. Alright, so for composition, I'm gonna go with this arrangement right here. My motivations for composition are like always all over the place, but initial gut feeling and gut reaction is kind of what I go with. So like if I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see a post that I really love, like within the first microsecond of seeing it, I usually save it and ask for permission to paint it. So right here we have Okora. All of these references like seem really good to me, but I'm particularly drawn to this one for several reasons. First of all, I love that her hair is kind of bouncing. I think that's gonna translate well on the canvas. And then we also have the reflection of sunlight on her hair, so I think that's gonna be really cool. More contrast to play with, and that kind of brings out the painting. Also, the fact that her left arm is in front of her body, I think give it a sense of depth. The shadows on pants and shadows on creases also add to the factor of depth. And of course, because I am keeping it within a theme of the girls queer skateboarding scene in LA, having a skateboard in the reference is always kind of something that I want to feature. And then also lines of perspective, the grass in the background, the line behind her, it's gonna kind of put her forward in the composition. I'm talking about these 2 lines, by the way, this one that goes here and that one that goes back there. So that's kind of my mental process when it comes to composition. You know, we gotta have a bit of color, so the pink on the skateboard and the yellow sock, I think that's all gonna be cool, combined with the green and potentially like the red, orange, brown combo that I might use for the hair. Let's see how this goes. I think it's gonna be really sick. Next up, mood. Oh my god, this part was so sad. Oh. Then we have to worry about composition and underpainting. So for what I call my version of an underpainting or a base painting, I'll usually just put a color that I feel is somewhere in the painting, but I can't quite see it. For this particular one, there is just a sort of yellow about it. Maybe it's just because the sock might be a focal point. So I'm gonna lay down yellow. We have our choice colors laid out. Let's begin. Alright, so the canvas is ready. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not a lot happening right now, but I'll just let it dry before I proceed. We're back to the painting of horror. So I just created some shapes with the most dominant colors that I noticed off the reference. Created some shapes for composition. Let's see how this turns out. Alright, so this is what we have as far as beginning composition goes. So I'm just gonna let this dry. Yeah, this is it for now. Last but not least, gotta always remember to have fun. Don't forget to have fun. I just remind myself to like shrug my shoulders, like shake it all out, all the tension, all the worrying about the outcome and the reception. Like, will people like this painting? Will they like this style? Just be like, you know what, whatever, like whether people like it or not, I just want to make sure I'm having fun making this. I think once you take that approach, that painting itself actually turns out a lot better than if you were to be very worked up about it. And even if it's not like a Leonardo or a Michelangelo, I still think it'll be something that people appreciate and they can sense the fun that you had with it. And I think people can see that right off the canvas and be like, okay, like I can vibe with this, like this inspires me, because there's just an infusion of like love and happiness that went into it. Anyway, yeah, my last point is have fun, guys, with whatever painting that you're doing. Just remember it's all creativity, expression. So yeah, just keep that with every single brush stroke.